I went to the F1 race in Miami in 2022,
Okay.
and that was really fun. I had these long braids that I got done in Miami, so this will be my first time going with my curls. Hmm.
So what are you gonna be doing there? Are you just modeling, or are you?
Yeah, so I'm working for one of the big brands there, and they have a couple of us models hired just as kind of atmosphere models. So it's gonna be really cool.
That's actually kind of like being like a ring girl of a race.
Almost like as except we can't go on the track, but that would be really cool.
Okay.
So we're gonna be like in the grandstand area, if you know
Okay.
what that is.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, basically it's like they have little sections, like little VIP hosts. Little clients will host groups of people, and that's what we'll be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're going to Cabo first, and then the F1 race.
Yep. So I have a photo and video shoot in Cabo for Monster Energy that I'm super excited about. We have a couple of things planned. We have like this yacht day shoot that we're doing with like a drone and like water activities. And yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's awesome. So how'd you get connected with Monster? Do you have an agent? Did they find?
I do, yes. So I have a modeling agency that I've been with since I was 18. So what's that? 8 years ago, I first started with them. And did I do that math right? Wait.
Are you 26?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I started with them when I was 18, and back in 2020, I had my first monster event. So that's been really fun because now I travel the country and I go to different events that we sponsor, like NASCAR, the Big Three, which is Ice Cube's basketball league. Um, I went to a Formula One race with them as well. So a little bit of everything.
That's
It's been
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
So you were with your agency before you were Miss Virginia.
I was. I started off as a model and dancer, and then this life of pageantry kind of just wonderfully placed itself into my life, and that's what I've been going along with too. It's been
Aside
fun.
from connecting you with different businesses, how do you think having an agency has like supported your career?
Ooh, really for the networking that they do. I've been introduced to a lot of different clients and brands that I would have probably never had the opportunity to on my own. And I also have a new like team member, I guess you can say. I have a publicist who's also been helping me with anytime I travel, any type of like stylist pulls, publications in like newspapers and online reads. I just got an article published in Hello Beautiful, which was really cool. I'll share that with you guys. But yeah, it's been very much a blessing. Everyone's just been wonderful, really.
Yeah, no, it's great that you're embracing being a part of an agency. I feel like the generation we're in now, everybody kind of wants to work independently, but there are a lot of benefits to being with an organization that has reputation and connections and networking power.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel like I got to a point where I was like, I can't do it all by myself, so don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think that's what a lot of people can learn from.
I bet winning Miss Virginia probably didn't hurt your
Yeah.
bookings either.
Yeah, it didn't. It's been so fun. I work with so many cool people in the area, nail salons and all that kind of stuff here, of course. So it's been great.
Yeah. How does that work when you get flown out for a shoot? Do you just get there and you meet with the photographers, meet with the team? Like, how does that work?
That's a good question. So we have a travel agent that does all of our booking in terms of hotels and flights. But for this particular trip, our manager is coming with us, and she's scheduled all of the shuttle services, taking us to the villa, and like all the different transportation and everything that we need. We also have a contact who's meeting us at the airport to guide us through customs and all that good stuff. So it should be a pretty smooth process. So I'm glad that there's again you got to do things with a team. Like doing things independently is so hard, especially when there's people out there who are willing to help you and want to support you. So that's what the accommodations are so far. So
Do you know where Monster primarily advertises?
so the headquarters are in Corona, California for Monster, but the events that we sponsor take place all over the country. So everything from the ones that I listed earlier, like NASCAR and the Big Three, to Supercross races, to the professional bull riding tournament. So they go to every city for the most part. So there's no state or city left untouched really in all of our partnerships.
Out of all the like countries you've been to, being a model,
Mm-hmm.
what's your favorite one that you've visited so far from your work?
Mm. Probably my trip to Jamaica when I was an NFL cheerleader. We did a photo shoot there, and because my team knew that I'm Jamaican, everybody had like a different place that they shot in. But for me, I did this really cool shoot in Dunn's River Falls,
Okay.
and I did like this like half split pose. It was so cool. And it was really special because obviously my family is from there. So it was nice that they remembered that about me and let me do my portion of the shoot there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are there any places that you want to visit? Any countries you haven't been to that you'd like to?
I really want to go to Greece and I want to go to Ibiza.
Mykonos?
Yeah.
Greece looks amazing.
Yeah, they both look really pretty. So hopefully that's next on the list. I want to go to, well, I guess Cabo counts as one, but I want to go to like a total of 5 countries this year.
Is it your first time to Cabo?
Yes,
Okay.
I've been to Mexico, but only to Mexico City. So it'll be my first like beachy experience.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now with Miss Virginia, kind of like being behind you, modeling is going to be a new focus as well.
It is, yes. So I give up the Miss Virginia title on June 23rd, and today is April 25th. So I'm actually 5 days shy of my 1 year anniversary. But I've been also very particular and with my team and everything about helping me with this transition so that when I do give up the crown that I'm still, transitioning to a role that's just as cool and I'm still cool as Ashley Williams.
Of course.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one of those things they can really take from you.
Yes.
You always Miss Virginia.
Yeah.
USA.
Even when I say pass on the crown, I physically get to keep my crown. I know that's a question I get a lot, but I mean like the whole passing on of the title,
right,
and whatnot. But yeah. I'm excited for the next lady who's going to take it over. She's in for a treat.
Are you interested in acting in TV at all?
I kind of am. So the other day, someone on my Instagram comments was like, "Girl, I see you hosting for E News," and I was like, "Claim it, hello!" Like she just declared that over me. So maybe she's speaking it into existence. But I would love to do some type of hosting gig or something. I love.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like a gateway.
Yeah.
Your dream could be a gateway to you doing something on TV.
I agree.
Some people just don't like TV.
Yeah.
Some people maybe want to be a movie.
Yeah. I want to co-star with Zendaya at some point in my life. I got to get there somehow.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
I would love that. Declare it over me.
So, with you being a model and all, you've been doing it since you were 18.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a generation. Everybody has Instagram. Everybody wants to be a model. What are things you think people that don't understand about traditional modeling that just from having an Instagram and being on social media that like being an actual model is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is like one of the biggest things that people don't really understand? Traditional average person who just likes taking pictures.
Yeah, I think one of the most progressive and incredible things about modeling in the past couple of years has been it's become a very inclusive space. I feel like there used to be a certain demographic or like body type or anything that people thought models would look like, but now you see all shapes and sizes, colors, the whole nine. So I think that's really good that in terms of inclusivity. And then something that people may not realize is that it looks easy on the outside, but there's just so much maintenance that you have to do on the back end to make sure that you look the part and that clients are happy and selecting you. It kind of sounds funny to say selecting you, but truly that's what they have to do, right? When they have a new product or something that they're trying to advertise, they go to the agency and they're like, okay, this is our book of girls, right? And it's like, okay, I want to choose her because I like that her complexion will match this, or I want to choose her because her body type is suitable for our target audience. So I think that a lot of people don't know like the in-depths behind the selection process and how hard it is to maintain the what's the word? To maintain your everything, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure.
Yeah.
So since you've been modeling, tell me about how it's overlapped with your fashion sense. I feel like you've
Ooh.
always put on.
You got that right. Thank you. I love fashion and styling. It's funny because a few of my friends actually reach out to me and were like, hey, I'm going to a graduation. Like, do you have any suggestions? And my friend's like, I'm going to a wedding. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm becoming a little stylist among my girls. But it's really fun. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a say when I do model in the style because it's something that the creative team and production come up with on their own. But I do love fashion and style. So it is fun to wear other people's looks. And typically they're really nice. And if I'm not feeling it, I still have to fake that I am feeling it.
Right.
Because I'm doing a job.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Have you always been big on fashion, or is that just what comes with the territory?
No, I've always been big on it. My mom, when I was younger, she would put together outfits and I would be like, are you kidding? Like, I can't wear that. Like, mom, that looks crazy. And then like a couple years later, my mom, I promise you, she like knew the trends before they were trends. So she's always been like my little fashion inspiration. So I get a lot of it from her. But no, I feel like I've been this way for years. And then just doing pageants and modeling and everything ended up just making it that much better.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I get introduced to a lot of different brands through my agency. They'll connect me with like stylists and I get to pull looks from different designers. So it's really cool.
Are you allowed to accept any kind of bookings outside of your agency, or does it have to go through them?
Really good question. It depends on the brand. So, for instance, working with Monster, I'll never work for another energy drink brand again or anything similar to the products that Monster has.
Is that part of the contract?
Yes, it's exclusive. And just because if my face is affiliated with one brand and you see me with the Monster M Claw, if one day you were to see me with a different brand, it'd be like, how trustworthy is she? You know what I mean?
Right.
But other bookings, I'm pretty open. Like I just run everything by kind of like I guess my publicist now, and we kind of just determine whether or not we think it's a good fit for me and my brand.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nothing to say when everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who was dead. Oh.